Now, for a bit of sad news, unfortunately, Brian is going to talk to this.
All right, thanks, Roman. Well, good evening, everybody. It's never a pleasant thing to have to say goodbye to a fellow member, especially someone who's given so much of himself for the good of the centre. But that's what we have to do here this evening for Al Seaman, who died on Easter Sunday and was buried by his family earlier today. A number of us went to the funeral home last evening to meet with the family and just to be there with just a show of presence from the RASC to let the family know how much Al was appreciated. Al was an engineer and a scientist who spent his career working on cutting-edge radar development, telecommunications research, and other aerospace projects. He loved nature and had many interests and hobbies, including genealogy, photography, geocaching, and exploring Canada's great outdoors and waterways. Al worked tirelessly with the Mississippi River Watchers in defense of his favorite river. If we go on to the next slide there, please. We see him here standing with Doug Luoma and Stephen Nourse and his wife Marie at one of the annual dinners. Most of us, of course, knew Al Seaman best as a fellow member of the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, and he joined our centre here in 1997 and immediately involved himself in the centre's social and technical activities. It was always a delight to see him with his wife Marie at the annual dinner and other events. One of the technical projects Al got involved with was our Millennial SmartScope project, Chris. He was there from its inception and made all the arrangements to allow us to build it at the protected site at the Communications Research Centre at Shirley's Bay. So he was instrumental in all early design decisions, the construction, and the setup. There he is with Chris there right now. Most people probably remember Al best from his time as director of our Fred Lossing Observatory from 1998 to 2009. No one could ever figure out how such a young guy found the energy to keep our main observing facility running so well and encourage members to get out and use it. When I ran the astronomy program at the Mill of Kintail from 2001 to 2004, Al would go on ahead to open up the 16-inch telescope and give my students some of their first views of the celestial objects through a large telescope, so that was always very much appreciated. Finally, in recognition of his service to the RASC, Al was presented with a service award by the Ottawa Centre in 2007 and by RASC National Society in 2009. And these are really significant events. And I'd like to close by reading from the citation for his National Service Award. Al Seaman has shown superior dedication for his volunteer duties with the Ottawa Centre RASC. Over a period of more than 10 years, Al served as director of our Fred Lossing Observatory, as an important member of the SmartScope team, helped pioneer the creation of our centre website, helped manage our membership and mailing lists on the internal side, and has been a very frequent traveller to Rasc General Assembly, so he was very active all the way through. Al's consistent dedication of his time and efforts in managing our assets has given our council an anchor to further advance our centre, so words really well spoken. And as we go to the last slide, I'll just say that on a personal note, I worked with Al's, one of his sons, Duncan, and also with Duncan's wife, Marcia. They didn't know each other when they first started working at D&D when I was there. And just as I say, on a personal note, it was very nice for me to be able to be there with them at the funeral home last night. So if you care to, I would invite you to please stand and maybe give a round of applause to a good friend and a dedicated fellow astronomy enthusiast. So for Al Seaman.